की जय। श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। You can put it on the screen. It's on the laptop and the desktop. We continue with the Kirtan explanation. बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। जयति गुरुवर जयति गुरुवर जयति गुरुवर प्यारे। जयति गुरुवर जयति गुरुवर जयति गुरुवर प्यारे। जयति गुरुवर प्यारे। One was complete knowledge of all the Vedas, all the scriptures, who can remove our doubts, just His presence. But even more important, Brahmanishtam, Sri Krishna says in Gita, Tattvadarshinaha, chapter 4, verse 34. He has seen God, attained the divine bliss, divine knowledge, divine happiness. Only such a person is qualified to be Guru. If you make anyone else Guru who is not qualified, we will not get, not only will we not get anything, but we'll also be harmed. The Vedas say, Anthe naiva niyamana yathandha. Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kand, 8 Someone may be knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. has lots of knowledge of the Vedas, etc., has read a lot. But he has not attained God realization. So he's going to give the wrong message. He's going to tell us to attain, to pray to God for the world, etc. So he is blind, andhe. He's veritably blind in that he doesn't understand what the scriptures are saying. And those who believe in him and follow him, make him guru, they are also blind, blind leading the blind. If a blind person takes the hand of another blind person and starts walking, they'll fall in a drain, in a hole and die. That person who is not qualified to be guru makes himself guru and accepts chelas, he is going to hell, and all who follow him is going to hell also. Not me, Veda say. Argue with Bhagwan, argue with Vedas. We have to make guru only one who is qualified. Then we'll get benefit. So that person, this beautiful kirtan is glorified. And we went through quite a lot already. So this other line is saying, Bhakt prati aparadh karjo, sahi sakai nahi pyare. God becomes very angry when someone tries to hurt his devotee, someone who loves him. He doesn't care that you try to hurt Bhagwan, you curse him, you abuse him, insult Bhagwan. He doesn't mind. Suno Suresh Raghunath Subhau Nija Aparadh Risahi Nakam. He doesn't get angry. This is nature. He knows worldly people under Maya, they're ignorant. They will, when they can't get what they want, they will curse God. They will insult God. So he doesn't get angry. But Jo aparadh bhagat kar kari, Ram rosh pavak so jarahi. When one commits sin against a true bhakt, a saint, a God-realized soul, a true devotee of God, Bhagwan's anger can burn everything to ashes. That person will go to hell, will be destroyed completely. There's the greatest naam aparadh. There are many kinds of sin. Aparadh. But the greatest sin is called naam aparadh. Many sins. Even up to killing a Brahman, versed in the Vedas, killing a cow. They are prashchit karma, repetitive action in the Vedas that one can perform and be forgiven. But there is no prashchit karma for naam aparadh. No repetitive action. There's nothing in Vedas that you can do to be forgiven. Nothing. Naam aparadh. There are many. Seeing differences in the form of God, finding differences, looking at one name of God to be bigger than the other, etc. But the most dangerous one is to have ill feelings towards a true saint, a true guru. I didn't say anything, I didn't do anything. You thought? The moment we think, Bhagwan has taken note. He notes our thoughts and ideas. This is what Bhagwan knows. The moment you think, it's already written. Vishnu sthanikitam papam Guru sthane pramuchate. Guru sthane kritam papam bhajalepo bhavishyati. This verse is saying that if we commit a sin against God, Vishnu sthane kritam papam, you commit wrong actions, you think badly about God, you curse God, Guru can forgive, the true Guru, the saint. What? You commit a sin against the saint, the true devotee of Bhagavan, the true Guru, Bhagavan will not forgive. Durvasa Muni tried to harm a devotee of Bhagavan, Ambarish. Bhagavan sent Sudarshan Chakra after him. Rishi Durvasa Muni. This is Bhagavad Mahapuran Katha 9th Canto. He sent Sudarshan Chakra after him. Durvasa went to all the three worlds, Shiva, Brahma, everyone, no one will give protection. Finally he was advised, go to Sri Krishna. He fell at the feet of Sri Krishna begging. Sri Krishna says, Bhaiya, I can't do anything. Aham bhakta paradhino yasvatantra ivadvija sadhu bhirgrasta hridayo bhaktai bhakta janapriya. 9th Canto, 4th chapter, 63rd verse. Sri Krishna says, those who love me, who give their entire life to me, who perform every activity thinking about me, who are completely surrendered, they bind me and tie me up with their love. I am no longer free. They have eaten my heart, Durvasa. Grasta hidayo. So I cannot do anything for you. I never forgive anyone who tried to harm a devotee of mine. If Ambarish forgive you, it's fine. If anyone can forgive the one who committed the crime, that's saint, if he forgives, it's fine. Ambarish, saint doesn't say, look, he did forgive, doesn't mean we should do wrong things. Think badly about the saint. If he's not there, then it's even worse. Gadadhar Bhatt was a great devotee, a great saint during the time of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. There was a devotee at the time of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, but he lived what seemed to be a very luxurious life. One day Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, I am going to visit this devotee. Everybody thought, Maharaji is going to see this guy is such a worldly person. He sleeps on a golden ornamented bed, silken sheets. He wears clothes more refined than a prince, than a king. Lives in a palace, and everyone who serves him, only girls. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is going to see him and call him Bhakt. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu went and everybody is following. Maharaji is going, all is following. They all went. Gauranga Mahaprabhu came to the home of that devotee. The devotee heard that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is there, he came out. They embraced each other and started crying. But there was a devotee with Gauranga Mahaprabhu, his name was Gadadhar, a follower of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, a devotee, satsangi. When he saw that, he got so confused, his head started to pain. He felt like his head was bursting. he started thinking Gaurang Mahaprabhu is wrong. All the devotees saw, but they thought Gaurang Mahaprabhu, he knows, we don't know. So they went back, everybody went home. This devotee did not come. Normally he used to do seva for Gaurang Mahaprabhu. So Gaurang asked Gaurang Mahaprabhu, where's so this devotee Gadadhar? Oh, we don't know. He didn't come back to the ashram. That evening at night, Gadadhar came. Gaurang Mahaprabhu said, what happened? Oh Maharaji, my head is busted. I'm so confused. What happened? Oh, you went today and you embraced that devotee. He's so worldly. And I started having doubt in you too. Gadha. All the philosophy I've given has gone through one end and come out the other one. How do you know somebody is a saint? By what he does externally or inside? If we judge externally, there are many people who put on the garb of sannyasi and they are daku, robbers, to get away from the police. A saint is by what he wears and how he behaves on the inside. Get out from in front of me. I don't want to see you. Leave the ashram. If the devotee forgives you, it's fine. But don't come back until if he forgives you. So, we have to be very careful of nama. The sin, especially committed against a true devotee of God. God gets very angry. Jayati Guru Var, Jayati Guru Var, Jayati Guru Var Pyar. Jayati Guru Var, Jayati Guru Var, Jayati Guru Var Pyar. Jayati Guru Var Pyar. If you want to do bhakti, anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karma dhanabhitam anukulena Krishna. Bhakti Samit Sindhu says if you want to do bhakti, then you have to give up all desires. Besides the desire to love Radha Krishna, to love the saint who is Radha Krishna personified selflessly, we have to give up all desires. All desires means dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Desire for righteousness, desire for wealth, desire for pleasure, desire for moksha, liberation. This can also be described, classified, desire for the material world, desire for heaven, and desire for mukti, Finally, we can put in two categories. Desire for bhukti. Bhukti means desire for the material world plus desire for heaven. Combined, those two combined are called bhukti. And mukti means liberation. If we want bhakti, we have to give up desire for bhukti as well as mukti. Rup Goswami says in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Bhukti mukti sprihayavat pishachi hridhi vartate tavat bhakti sukhasyat katamabhyudayo bhave. Bhukti and mukti have been called pisachini, demons, witches. As long as desire for bhukti, worldly and heavenly pleasures, and mukti are in the heart of an individual, Bhakti Mahadevi will never appear. You will never get bhakti. You have to give up desire for bhukti as well as mukti. The only desire we have to keep is to love Radha Krishna selflessly, to love the saint who is Radha Krishna personified selflessly, nishkam. Very important. Sharana ja Guru, take shelter at the lotus feet of Guru. Guru is the one who is going to do everything for us. Dhyana karu asu baha gahu, Sharana Guru var pyare. Most important thing in bhakti, number one, bhakti man se hoti hai. Man. First thing, bhakti is done with the mind alone. Not physical, not doing puja, lighting diya, going on pilgrimage. This is not bhakti. Bhakti has to be done with the mind. Why? Man eva manushyanam karnam bandha mokshayoh. Brahma-Bindu Upanishad, second mantra. The mind alone is the cause of bondage as well as liberation. The mind is the performer of the action. God knows where the mind is. Do puja, sing kirtan, go pilgrimage, do everything. But the mind has to be focused on Shri Krishna. Then it is bhakti. Otherwise it is physical drill. Someone is doing jap, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Sleeping. Hey, what is the price of this? Hare Krishna, Hare. Hey, what is your name? Hare Ram, Hare. It's joking. Physical drill. If we take one name, we can attain God. One name. But it has to be done in the right way. One name with the faith that Shri Krishna is sitting in the name. Namamakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. Shikshastak, Shri Krishna has taken all the power and put in his name. If we have that faith 100%, that there is no difference between Shri Krishna and the name, that he is in the name, Radharani is sitting in the name, one Radhe, one Krishna, and you will see Radharani, you will see Shri Krishna, you will see Maharaj. You don't have that faith. And in the chanting, in doing bhakti, most important, Asubhav, shed tears. Mind has to do bhakti, number one. Number two, we have to shed tears. Our heart, our mind is covered by uncountable lifetimes of wickedness, sin, impurity. The only thing that can wash that, purify our heart, bhakti, when we shed tears. I told you before, Shri Krishna says to Uddhav, 11 Canto, 14 chapter, 25th verse, 11 Canto, 14 chapter, 26th verse. Just as gold when heated in fire becomes purified of its dirt and impurities, glows and attains its pure form, in the same way, only when we shed tears of selfless love for Shri Krishna, for Radharani, for the saint whose Radha Krishna personified, is the heart, the mind purified. God says, Niramal Mana Janaso Munipava. Pure heart, only those who are pure in heart, pure mind, that know God, see God again. Pure heart. And the only thing can make it pure when we shed tears, but not for the world. When you shed tears for the world, the heart gets even more dirty. For this boy, this girl, this family. No. You're so tired. No. All your bhakti has gone down the drain. You have made the heart even more dirty. Whoever you're crying for is going to come and take place in your heart. God and Guru are going to pack their bag and walk out. Leave. You have to be very careful, not even one tear to shed for the world. These tears are the most valuable thing Bhagwan has given us. And we waste it in the world, crying for all kind of nonsense. Crying for the world. We cry from the moment we are born till we die, we cry. And from uncountable lifetime, we cry for the world. Not once have we cried for Radha Krishna. Maharaji. And in this lifetime, maybe we met Guru and the Guru has taught us to cry only for Radha Krishna. We did cry, we shed tears, but we cry for the world too. Then your mind is like a housefly. The housefly sits in the dirtiest place, in the filth. And it also sits in the best place, in the prasad, in the head of Bhagavan. When we shed tears for the world and then we shed tears for God and Guru, our mind is a housefly. You won't get anything. All your hard work will go down the drain. The mind has to become like a honeybee. The honeybee will sit only on the sweet flower in the sweet place, never in the dirty place. Don't ever shed tears. Acting is a different thing, but don't shed tears for the world. Guru ki agya manana, Guru ki seva. What is seva? Agya palan. Guru seva, I told you. Our only aim in life is to do Guru seva. When we serve Guru, we actually serve in Radha Krishna. Because the Guru, the saint, is Radha Krishna personified. When you serve a true Guru, when you do the seva for true Guru, you are actually doing Radha Krishna seva. Before we go to Golok, with our dirty mind, dirty body, dirty everything. But we get Guru Seva. We want to do Seva, but we want to do Seva that I like. Guru say, do this. I don't like that Seva. I like the Seva he is doing. Guruji didn't like me. He gave me such a dirty Seva. No. Guru alone knows which seva is going to benefit. We can't see uncountable lifetimes of sanskars, mental tendencies stored in the mind. Guru knows past, present and future. He knows which seva is going to benefit which soul. He tells a guy with double PhD, clean the drain, clean toilet. And he tells one that only has been in elementary school, go and sit in the office. Or he makes him a pracharak. Guru alone knows. So Agya Pan. When we do what Guru tells us, then we are doing seva. When we do what our mind tells us, then we are not doing seva. We are going against Guru. Most important, Guru may not be here, may have gone to Golok physically. He's here, but not physically. He's always with us, always with you. But he says, you can attain everything still, provided Agya Palan karenge. Provided you do Agya Palan. You follow the instructions of the Guru alone. Then you can attain everything. Guru is there, he is not there. Maharaj is not there, Guru is not there. I'll do whatever my mind tells me. Maharaj said this, I don't care. And Maharaj is your Guru. Jai Ho. So, Agya Palan, not Manumani, not what the mind tells us. Or we lose everything. Hari Kripalu, wo tabhi jab kar kripa Guru pyare. Shri Krishna will shower His grace upon us only after Guru showers His grace, or when Guru showers His grace. Until our heart or mind has become completely pure, Shri Krishna will have nothing to do with us. His condition for us to go to Him, pure heart, pure mind, Nirmala Manajanaso Mohipava. Before that, Guru is the one who's going to do everything. He's going to make the heart, the mind pure. He's going to give us Shri Krishna's darshan. Everything Guru will do. That's why for a sadhak, Guru is even more important than even Bhagavan. I told you last night, Shri Krishna says, someone who worships Shri Krishna directly, he doesn't want to go through Guru. Shri Krishna says that person doesn't even know what bhakti is. He's not a devotee. The one who worships my devotee, who worships my saint, he is a devotee. And he is very dear to Shri Krishna because he is worshipping one who loves who Shri Krishna loves. So as I told you, double benefit. When Guru showers His grace, Shri Krishna is also happy. He will also shower His grace. You get double benefit. Shri Krishna is only graceful when Guru showers His grace. So it's very important to keep Guru happy, make Guru happy. Our only aim in life is to always do only that which makes Guru happy. The true Guru, bona fide saint. You have a Guru who is not a Guru, who is a worldly person, and you can never make him happy. Impossible. He doesn't care. Once you give whatever he likes, it will be fine. Can't do anything for you anymore. But the true Guru, the true bona fide saint, never do anything which will make him sad. Oh, he has to think, oh, this satsangi is not going according to my instruction. So hard a work I have performed with him, I have done so much and he's putting everything down the drain, he's wasting it. How sad that Guru becomes. We can't even understand. We should try our level best because our selfishness, our lust, our greed, we forget Guru and we just think, I have to satisfy my desires. And we don't realize how much we are hurting Maharaj, how much we are losing. Alright, so briefly, this explanation, very brief, is much more at some other time. बोले श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा